Well, there are many ways to reduce, reuse, and recycle, but did you know that you can reuse water? It's called Graywater, and City TV's Nina Sang tells us exactly what it is and how you can reuse it in our next story.
Reduce, reuse, recycle. A lifestyle that can truly transform the way we live. And it's slowly becoming a reality for Santa Barbara residents. Everywhere we go in our community, we see signs, stores, and recycle bins encouraging us to reuse. Whether it's clothes, toys, or furniture, we can find a way to reuse just about everything, even turning scraps into art. But have you ever thought about extending that way of thinking to reusing water?
Graywater is the water that you can reuse that comes from the washing machine, the shower, and bathroom sink.
Basically, it's the water that would be otherwise going down the drain into the sewer that could be saved and rescued to irrigate landscaping. But don't confuse graywater with recycled water.
Recycled water is the city's wastewater, so it's the wastewater that comes from homes and businesses in the sewer system. It goes to the city's wastewater treatment plant and is then highly treated as recycled water and then is plumbed back through a recycled water distribution system back to large landscapes where it's used mainly for irrigation and also toilet flushing.
Graywater has been legal to use in Santa Barbara since 1989.
Here in Santa Barbara, I tried to find out during the big drought in the 90s how many people were using graywater. No one had any idea, so I ended up doing a door-to-door survey just in the tract development next to my house in Hidden Valley, and it was over 50% of the people were using graywater.
In fact, Santa Barbara was the first government entity to approve the use of graywater. Other communities began adopting the regulation thereafter, and then eventually the whole state got involved. But previous graywater rules were simply impractical, making it hard for residents to install a graywater system in their home without negotiating through a maze of permits and regulations. But on August 4th, new statewide graywater standards for residential construction were adopted, allowing Californians to legally install simple laundry and single fixture systems without a permit.
The new state graywater regulations are really significant because what it does is allows simple, straightforward systems to be put in a lot cheaper and a lot easier.
There are nearly 22 million graywater users in the U.S., with at least 8 million graywater systems. Even with such large exposure, no reports of graywater-transmitted illnesses have been documented.
It's not like it's nuclear waste or something. I mean, it's the bath water that your kids were just in, or the water you just had on your plates. The water from the clothes that you were just wearing. So you don't have to be overly paranoid about it. You just have to use common sense. In terms of chemical contamination, it does make sense to pay more attention to what you're putting down the drain.
Protect yourself from direct contact or consumption of graywater. In other words, don't apply graywater to lawns or to fruits and vegetables that are eaten raw, like strawberries, lettuce, and carrots. However, graywater can be used for fruit trees when applied under mulch.
One of the easiest things to do is to put in a laundry to landscape system, which is just taking your laundry water and running it out to large trees, fruit trees it works really great with, shrubs.
This would save you money and save resources by reducing the use of potable water. In most cases, the amount of fresh water used indoors equals to that amount used outdoors. In practice, reusing graywater to water plants outside can save about a third to half of the water used for irrigation. With graywater systems, you may also have to change some household products that you use on a regular basis, such as your laundry detergent. And don't use products with chlorine or bleach, whiteners, or fabric softeners. Some detergents and soaps contain sodium and other salts that increases alkalinity of the soil and can harm plants.
For anybody that has a septic system, it reduces the load on the septic system substantially. You can save about half of the septic tank pumpings at $500 a piece, and you probably never have to replace the leach field in your lifetime, which is a huge savings.
If you educate yourself about graywater and what water additives to avoid, you'll save yourself money, help the environment, and conserve our precious water resources.
Even though graywater by itself isn't so important, it's just like $12 a month worth of water that you can save or whatever, that it's emblematic. It's like the poster child for this shift that I was talking about earlier, from a way of regulating building that's focused only narrowly on occupant safety to seeing the whole picture of risk, which includes things like climate change, groundwater reduction, groundwater pollution, surface water pollution, deforestation.
The approval of graywater use has sparked interest in the Santa Barbara community. The city recently held a graywater workshop informing locals about the new standards.
We were overwhelmed and amazed we had 120 people attend the workshop. We were guessing, around 20 to 30, and so it really shows the interest that people really want to use graywater.
The city plans to sponsor more graywater workshops in the future to encourage the community to save water and promote a more sustainable Santa Barbara.
If you're interested in installing a single fixture graywater system but don't know where to start, visit the city's website, that's santabarbaraca.gov/water. And we'll be right back.